started, thank you guys for coming. I want to be respectful of your time, so make sure you grab some food and a drink. But I am Alyssa Wilkins, as most of you know. I work in the Office of Equity, Inclusion, and Empowerment. And so a lot of our focus is just making sure that employees have access to the resources that they need. And there's a lot of opportunities that we've been working on over the past year to get some down payment assistance programs, make sure that we're able to maximize our benefits at the City of East Point, and that we're building a lot of generational wealth for our families. So that's something that is really important to me, and you know, in the state of the economy right now, it can be really difficult to do that. And so our job is to make sure that we're providing those resources to you all. And so we've got some great presentations today. We're going to have Delta Community Credit Union speak to you. So this is Irving Hawking, and then we've also got Terry as well as Autumn from Wagon Works, just to give you some information about what's been happening at the City of East Point. So I will kick it off with Irving.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. How's everybody feeling today?
All right.
Good. Awesome. So like she said, my name is Irvin Hawkins. I'm in the Business Development Department with Delta Community Credit Union, and we are one of the preferred financial institutions that partners with the City of East Point, and I'm happy to be here. So before I get started, quick question, because I know I only got 20 minutes, but who's ever bought a house before? Okay, nice. Who's ever sold a house before? Okay, nice. So this training right here, generally it would have been about like just totally buying a house, but Alyssa asked me to switch some slides around, so I'm gonna have just a hybrid bit of information, a little bit on buying, a little bit on selling. Is that okay with y'all? All right, perfect. So, purchasing a home. You know, to Alyssa's point, this economy right now, very interesting. I just came from the Hope Global Forum, and it was a big, lot of AI talk. So please make yourself well versed in AI. It's here, it's not going anywhere. But to that point, why I brought that up is you want to just understand the process. Understanding the process alone can save you. Not understanding the process can cost you. So when it comes to purchasing a home, just you want to, know how much home you can afford. Know the true cost of home ownership. A lot of times when you see a house advertised, you'll see like this price, and it'll just have the principal and interest in it. But it's not telling you what the taxes is going to be. It's not talking about PMI. Anybody knows who a PMI is? What is PMI? I know you got your mouth full. Sorry, what's PMI? I caught you. Yes, sir. Private mortgage insurance. So when you see that price advertised, it's not going to have those things in it. So you really want to know what the true cost is. All right, understanding your cost. And I didn't put actual numbers on here because it's going to vary. But during the process, the credit report, the appraisal, the inspection, origination fees, closing costs, all of that stuff is going to factor in when you're selling your home. After you buy, property taxes. This one right here. I remember during like COVID, I refinanced my home, got that nice 3%, and my mortgage was at a certain level, and it was beautiful, it was comfortable. I could pay it with one check, still have something left over. But another thing happened during COVID. Our houses started to appreciate. And as your house was worth more, they taxed you more. So when I could take care of my mortgage with one check, now I need a check and a half to take care of that same. The 3% is still there, okay? The 3% is still there, but those taxes will make your mortgage go up. So a key point in just understanding what your costs are, you want to make sure you're comfortable when you think about that mortgage. So how do you do that? A budget. I know a lot, that budget will bring forth like just certain emotions, but that budget will set you free because the budget will let you know what you can actually afford. Unfortunately, a lot of people who bought, well, not a lot of people, but many people that have bought a home like from 2020 till now, they bought too much house. house was expensive. They was like, all right, I can pay for this right here. But then when that insurance started to go up, the taxes, it kind of priced them out. So there is some distress now. So I will caution everybody, please go ahead and map out everything that you're paying, the stuff that you need to pay down, and then give yourself some cushion after you do that. After you figure, because I would love for my mortgage to still be what it was in 2020. But now it's like, all right, this check, got to throw a little bit aside to make sure I take care of that and get that done. Credit rating. This is important too. Maximize your credit rating because you want to get the good price. If my credit was kind of crazy, I wouldn't have got that 3% at the time that I got it. So what's important? When we do mortgages, we look at what is called a tri-merge credit report. So we're looking at the three major ones, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Funny, I just met with some of the people from FICO at the event that I was just at. But there's another credit rating called Vantage 4. Vantage 4 factors in rental history. It'll factor in like buy here, pay now. Like all of that stuff, you know, like Klarna and all of that stuff is going to factor in that as well. So Vantage 4, think about that. The better the credit rating, the better. Everything costs lower when your credit is good. Okay. Balance. I'll talk about this later, but we actually partner with Balance, and they help with financial fitness. Like they'll do like a free credit report review. They have different debt management programs that can help and prepare you for that home ownership. Real estate agent commissions. Now there has been a change to the commission structure since 2024. So I pulled up something. I want to read that, like exactly what the changes are to you so you'll know. But these are like the different fees. So you have the listing agent fee, the buyer fee. So when you're selling a home, 5 to 6% is going to go to those agent fees. And the difference is the changes that happened in 2004. I want to speak about that because originally the seller was required to pay both sides for the agent. Now that has changed. It can be negotiated to still be that way, but now the buyer will take care of their agent, the seller will take care of their agent. So those differences, and you have to have a written contract that spells out the fees before you even go looking for houses now. That is the law. So if you're looking to buy a home and you're choosing your agents, you got to sign a contract with them. Their fees and everything is going to be written out before they can even show you a house. Okay, and also, the rules will change if you're selling the house by yourself. The for sale by owner, hold on, because I just saw this morning, so I have to read that. So under the new real estate rules, for sale by owner sellers still have the duty to comply with fair housing laws, but they have a new opportunity to negotiate with the buyer's agents. Previously, the seller often paid the buyer agent commission, but under the new rules, buyers now negotiate compensation for their own agent and are no longer compensated by the seller via the multiple listing service. So even if you're selling the house by yourself, you have that luxury of doing that negotiation. So setting your list price. This goes into the selling piece. So you want to compare the homes in your area because you know they always talk about the comps. So you want to make sure your price is comparable. So they look at size, location, condition, updates and improvements. Now, during COVID, people were selling a lot of houses as is. That was another thing too. You did not have to fix the house up and you got top dollar. That's changed. There are a lot of deals that are falling through after the inspection because people haven't made the proper upgrades and the proper fixes. So if you are going to eventually be in the market to sell your home, please fix those things that you know could be deal breakers when it comes to that inspection, because these houses are so expensive now, people don't want to really come in and have to fix a whole bunch of things. So if you got plumbing, roofing, different things, you want to fix that stuff up because a lot of deals are falling apart after the inspection. Home sales calculator. So this is a kind of like an idea of what some of the costs could be. So like if you have let's say we have a $400,000 list, prep costs, so fixes, 1 to 2%. Right here, that's just saying 6,000, but keep in your head, 2% is gonna go into getting your house ready. Closing costs, 6 to 10%. Whatever you owe, you gotta pay off your lien first, and then you pocket what's rest after the expenses. Moving, I remember when I moved from Baltimore to Georgia, I wish it only cost me $2,000.
Yeah.
Woo! I looked, it was like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. So net proceeds, give or take a few, 400,000, 260,000 is still not bad. Still not bad. Hello, welcome in. Come on, they got modes for you, and get out.
Hit the down arrow onto the other. And hit it. There you go.
Okay, so like she said, my name is Irvin Hawkins. I'm in the Business Development Department with Delta Community Credit Union, and we are one of the preferred financial institutions that partners with the city of East Point, and I'm happy to be here. So before I get started, quick question, because I know I only got 20 minutes, but who's ever bought a house before? Okay, nice. Who's ever sold a house before? Okay, nice. So this training right here, generally it would have been about like just totally buying a house, but Alyssa asked me to switch some slides around, so I'm gonna have just a hybrid bit of information, a little bit on buying, a little bit on selling. Is that okay with y'all? All right, perfect. So, purchasing a home. You know, to Alyssa's point, this economy right now, very interesting. I just came from the Hope Global Forum, and it was a big, lot of AI talk. So please make yourself well versed in AI. It's here, it's not going anywhere. But to that point, why I brought that up is you want to just understand the process. Understanding the process alone can save you. Not understanding the process can cost you. So when it comes to purchasing a home, just you want to, know how much home you can afford. Know the true cost of home ownership. A lot of times when you see a house advertised, you'll see like this price, and it'll just have the principal and interest in it. But it's not telling you what the taxes is going to be. It's not talking about PMI. Anybody knows who a PMI is? What is PMI? I know you got your mouth full. Sorry, what's PMI? I caught you.
Private mortgage.
Yes, sir. Private mortgage insurance. So when you see that price advertised, it's not going to have those things in it. So you really want to know what the true cost is. All right, understanding your cost. And I didn't put actual numbers on here because it's going to vary. But during the process, the credit report, the appraisal, the inspection, origination fees, closing costs, all of that stuff is going to factor in when you're selling your home. After you buy, property taxes. Whew, this one right here. I remember during like COVID, I refinanced my home, got that nice 3%, and my mortgage was at a certain level, and it was beautiful, it was comfortable. I could pay it with one check, still have something left over. But another thing happened during COVID. Our houses started to appreciate. And as your house was worth more, they taxed you more. So when I could take care of my mortgage with one check, now I need a check and a half to take care of that same. The 3% is still there, okay? The 3% is still there, but those taxes will make your mortgage go up. So a key point, just understanding what your costs are. You want to make sure you're comfortable when you think about that mortgage. So how do you do that? A budget. I know a lot. Yeah, boy, that budget will bring forth like just certain emotions. But that budget will set you free because the budget will let you know what you can actually afford. Unfortunately, a lot of people who bought, well, not a lot of people, but many people that have bought a home like from 2020 till now, they bought too much house. House was expensive. They was like, all right, I can pay for this right here. But then when that insurance started to go up, the taxes, it kind of priced them out. So there is some distress now. So I will caution everybody, please go ahead and map out everything that you're paying, the stuff that you need to pay down, and then give yourself some cushion after you do that. After you figure, because I would love for my mortgage to still be what it was in 2020. But now it's like, all right, this check, got to throw a little bit aside to make sure I take care of that and get that done. Credit rating. This is important too. Maximize your credit rating because you want to get the good price. If my credit was kind of crazy, I wouldn't have got that 3% at the time that I got it. So what's important? When we do mortgages, we look at what's called a tri-merge credit report. So we're looking at the three major ones, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Funny, I just met with some of the people from FICO at the event that I was just at. But there's another credit rating called Vantage 4. Vantage 4 factors in rental history. It'll factor in like buy here, pay now. Like all of that stuff, you know, like Klarna and all of that stuff is going to factor in that as well. So Vantage 4, think about that. The better the credit rating, the better. Everything costs lower when your credit is good. Okay. Balance. I'll talk about this later, but we actually partner with Balance, and they help with financial fitness. Like they'll do like a free credit report review. They have different debt management programs that can help and prepare you for that home ownership. Real estate agent commissions. Now there has been a change to the commission structure since 2024. So I pulled up something. I want to read that, like exactly what the changes are to you so you'll know. But these are like the different fees. So you have the listing agent fee, the buyer fee. So when you're selling a home, 5 to 6% is going to go to those agent fees. And the difference is the changes that happened in 2004. I want to speak about that because originally the seller was required to pay both sides for the agent. Now that has changed. It can be negotiated to still be that way, but now the buyer will take care of their agent, the seller will take care of their agent. So those differences, and you have to have a written contract that spells out the fees before you even go looking for houses now. That is the law. So if you're looking to buy a home and you're choosing your agents, you got to sign a contract with them. Their fees and everything is going to be written out before they can even show you a house. Okay, and also, the rules will change if you're selling the house by yourself. The for sale by owner, hold on, because I just saw this morning, so I have to read that. So under the new real estate rules, for sale by owner sellers still have the duty to comply with fair housing laws, but they have a new opportunity to negotiate with the buyer's agents. Previously, the seller often paid the buyer agent commission, but under the new rules, buyers now negotiate compensation for their own agent and are no longer compensated by the seller via the multiple listing service. So even if you're selling the house by yourself, you have that luxury of doing that negotiation. So setting your list price. This goes into the selling piece. So you want to compare the homes in your area because you know they always talk about the comps. So you want to make sure your price is comparable. So they look at size, location, condition, updates and improvements. Now, during COVID, people were selling a lot of houses as is. That was another thing too. You did not have to fix the house up and you got top dollar. That's changed. There are a lot of deals that are falling through after the inspection because people haven't made the proper upgrades and the proper fixes. So if you are going to eventually be in the market to sell your home, please fix those things that you know could be deal breakers when it comes to that inspection, because these houses are so expensive now, people don't want to really come in and have to fix a whole bunch of things. So if you got plumbing, roofing, different things, you want to fix that stuff up because a lot of deals are falling apart after the inspection. home sales calculator. So this is a kind of like an idea of what some of the costs could be. So like if you have let's say we have a $400,000 list, prep costs, so fixes 1 to 2%. Right here, that's just saying 6,000, but keep in your head, 2% is going to go into getting your house ready. Closing costs, 6 to 10%. Whatever you owe, you got to pay off your lien first, and then you pocket what's rest after the expenses. Moving. I remember when I moved from Baltimore to Georgia, I wish it only cost me $2,000.
Yeah.
Woo! I looked, it was like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. So net proceeds, give or take a few, 400,000, 260,000, still not bad. Still not bad. Hello, welcome in. Come on, they got modes for you, and also we're here to help. Delta Community Credit Union is a full-service financial institution. We do autos, we do airplanes, we do golf carts, and we do homes. So please take a picture of this if you're interested and you need help. One of our home loan specialists can help you through the process. And balance is what go back, yeah, sure.
They're excited.
Hey, I like that. And this is just a quick one. Hopefully I'll have an opportunity to spend more time with you guys again, where we can go maybe talk about budgeting or credit and different stuff like that. Did everybody get it? All right, perfect. Also, personalized assistance, Balance. Balance is a free program. It's a company that we partner with. They do budgeting, like they will actually go through your credit report with you. So that free credit report that you can get once a year, you can go over that with them. I have coworkers that have used Balance to help them buy their homes and to buy vehicles and stuff like that. So awesome program. Then I didn't put that other slide in, but shameless plug time. Delta Community Credit Union is the largest credit union that's headquartered in Georgia. We have 31 local locations. We're 85 years old with over $9 billion in assets. So a lot of times when people think credit unions, you think small, 1 to 2 locations. No, we have the size. And we're also part of the shared branching network which allows us to give you access to over 5,000 ATMs for free. The Presto machines at the Publix, you can also use those for free. Why am I saying this? Because being as though that we're one of the preferred financial institutions for the city of East Point, we have certain benefits that we can do for you guys. So for instance, I have this flyer right here. If you are interested in joining, because you are City of East Point employees, we do have a $250 bonus if you open up a free checking and savings account with us. So 2 ways you can join. You can either use this QR code or you can take this to one of your local branches. We actually have our Virginia Avenue branch, which is right down the street. Also, our net promoter score, I'm very, very proud of this. Our net promoter score is in the 80s. That's Chick-fil-A level. We all know how we feel about Chick-fil-A in Atlanta. So you walk into a Delta Community Credit Union, you feel the difference. Easy to do business with us, we treat you well. And I appreciate being here. And I love, one of the best parts about my job, I meet some amazing people. I work closely with HR representatives, and I meet people who just actively, like their job is to make it so that you want to come to work and to take care of you. And Alyssa is definitely one of those people that I enjoy meeting. She actively ideates about how can I make things better for my team. So you guys are very lucky. Let's give it up for Alyssa, please. All right. It drops off. No.
20%, 30%?
20%. So once you get to 20% equity inside the home, PMI drops off. So you got to factor in for that piece. Like if you're going to put 20% down, That's going to save you some money. But if you don't have the 20% and you want to do 5%, you got to factor in for that PMI. Also, as your house goes up in value, it will go up in value. You got to factor in for those increases. So honestly, I would say you got to give yourself some cushion, a nice cushion. Like if you're like right at the max at the beginning, that's not good. So if you only got like $200-300 left over after paying your mortgage, that's probably too much house. You know, where I was comfortably paying my mortgage with one check, had some money left over, that was a good place to be. So I'm trying to think of what the percentage is. Your home percentage should probably be about anywhere between 20 to 30% of your income.
Would you say net or gross?
I would say gross.
Okay.
And like I say to most people, this life isn't meant to be gone at alone. It's nice to have a partner in this world. that helps. It's good to have a partner in this world. But I say 30%. If you're looking at 40 to 50%, you're inviting the possibility of, you know, financial hardship. Like I said, my heart goes out to a lot of people that bought 2022, 2023, because stuff has gone up. You know, I bought my house in 2013. It has doubled in value. It's the same house. And I'm like, how? But I now have to pay a mortgage based upon the double versus what I originally paid. Yes. So hopefully some of that will ease up because it's gone down a little bit. At its height, it was at a certain point, it's probably devalued about $50,000 from its height. So hopefully I'll see some easing in the taxes, but it's you know, it happens. But homeownership is a wonderful thing. I won't say all of that to get people to shy away. It's nice to, you know, own the place or working towards owning the place that you call home. It can help you out in terms of building equity and being able to use that equity for different things, and it's something nice to pass on to the children as well. That's a great question. Is there any more questions?
Yeah, thanks for the presentation, it was great.
No, thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about how AI is impacting home buying, and specifically, is AI on the underwriting, where underwriters were doing that physical humans?
I'll say this, and going to this conference that I'm going to today, or this week, I really have to make myself aware of everything that's going on. Will AI eventually go into the underwriting? I believe so, yes. It's technically not there yet for us,
Okay.
but eventually it's coming.
Okay.
Like, man, I was blown away by what I saw today. He always described AI like this. He was like, in the 1850s, everything was horse and carriage. And the economy factored around the horse and the carriage, everything. He said by 1910, when the Ford company figured out assembly line, how to do the car, he said the horse became glue, no disrespect. Everything changed. Took 60 years for that change to happen. He said AI, from 2024 to 2030, everything's going to change. From 60 years to 6 years. So he was like, make yourself aware. He said your job is not going to be replaced by AI, it's going to be replaced by the human that knows how to use it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, great question. I'm still working on that, but it's coming. Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about HELOC, like what it is or?
Love HELOCs. Why do I love HELOCs? Anybody know what HELOC stands for? Home Equity Line of Credit. Why do I love HELOCs? HELOCs is, for one, when you have a HELOC, you only pay what you use. So say you have a $20,000 HELOC, but you haven't used it yet. You don't pay on it, so it's available for you in case of emergencies. A lot of times when I'm talking to people, and you know, financial advisors always suggest that you should have 6 months worth of savings set aside for an emergency. A lot of us don't have it. But if you don't have it and you have the equity, you can do a home equity line and have that to the side in case something happens, while you build up your savings, so you're still covered. So home equity lines uses the equity within your home, and we use your home as collateral to extend you a credit line. They generally last, they're open like 10 years, 15 years, and it's revolving. You could use it to finish your basement, you could use it to consolidate debt, and as you pay it off, it's available to you again. So I suggest that to a lot of people. If you have a home, you don't have your savings set aside, set up the HELOC, have that set aside as you build. The goal is to have 6 months set aside before you even start investing. Most of us are transmission, medical situation set aside from financial ruin. Like most of us, if we get sick and we got to go out for like a month, we're in trouble. Our car breaks down, we're in trouble. So a HELOC is a way to have that emergency fund while you save. Great question, love HELOCs.
Well, I want to make sure I keep us on track, so thank you so much.
All right.
I really appreciated your presentation.
Thank you so much, I appreciate you.
And so, I know you guys have some flyers floating around here, so one of the things I want to talk to you about is going to be the Employee Down Payment Assistance Program. So this is through the Business Industrial Development Authority in partnership with the City of East Point. So if you decide that you're interested in purchasing a home, it does have to be in East Point. Sorry, we're still working on other stuff, but it does have to be East Point. But there's a lot of great properties out here in East Point. I've been looking for myself, and so it's $5,000 in down payment assistance per household. And so there's other down payment assistance programs that we're continuously working to bring to the city, and Terry's going to touch a little bit on that as well and what that means. But if you guys are interested, you can reach out to Regina Carter. You have to have worked for the city for 6 months, so I think most people in here qualify for that or are coming up on that pretty soon. And then we still have $40,000 in available funding. So pretty simple process. We make it easy on you. I believe there is a lien placed on the home for about 3 years, and then that falls off because we don't want people to take the 5K and then leave East Point. But obviously, if you decide to leave East Point, then you would pay it back. But if you think you're going to be here for a while, it makes a lot of sense. And then Terry can touch on some of the other programs that we have as well. Do you guys have any questions about this?
Just real quick. Wow. That is awesome. That's one of those things.
All right. I am Terry Madden. I'm the National Director of Community Lending for Silverton Mortgage. What that means, I build out DPA programs to help you guys get into mortgages. We are in 48 states. Yeah, 48 states. Keisha, can you give me my mouse? 48 states. I focus over on the southeast region. So right now I'm working on Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Indiana is where I'm covering that territory right now. So if you got friends and family and relatives, we can do them anywhere, okay? That's our shameless plug. But welcome to our center. This is the Silverton Homeownership Center. Let me tell you a little bit about Silverton. We're owned by Berkshire Hathaway. Anybody know who that is? Warren Buffett? Yeah. So when they decided we're going to do it different, we're not going to be like the traditional bank or the traditional lender. We're going to put education out front. We're going to invest the money into the center. We're going to invest the money into the programs, the down payments, the partnerships with like the city of East Point to make affordable home ownership affordable. Okay? When you say that affordable home ownership, guess what that number goes up to now? Anybody can guess. Guess what a first-time home buyer can buy? Up to $800,000. That's for a first-time home buyer. Okay? What can the income be to get down payment assistance? 80? Try again.
60.
Try again.
45.
180.
What?
180.
Where have you got?
Some programs do not have an income cap at all. As long as you are a first-time home buyer. So we're going to talk briefly. Now that I gave you that little tidbit, we're going to talk briefly about them today Can't go into a deep dive because I only got 20 minutes, but we're gonna talk about the process of how to get started or what we're looking for. One of the things I've been doing this for 30 years, and one of the things I learned, I don't like for people to just do an application. You wake up, you decide you wanna buy a house, but you don't know where to start. So your real estate agent, your family member, or your loan officer will say, just do an application, right? No, we want you to start here. We want you to start here in the center so we can tell you what to do, how to prepare for the process, so when you get to the application, you're not denied, okay? If we prepare you for the process, what we try to do, we may say it's a delay, because your credit score is not where I need it to be. Your income's not where I need it to be. But when you get to that application, you're ready to go. You're not gonna be discouraged because one thing we know, knowledge is what? There we go. So we created this Homeownership Center. You guys come to the classes at the Homeownership Center. Because we partner with the City of East Point, it's completely free. I'm gonna feed you. My loan officer is gonna be here who couldn't make it here today. So I'm filling in for Wayne, but I'm gonna feed you food. We're gonna give you education, and all the services here are free.
We appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome. Why do we do that though? You know, there's gotta be something in it for us, right? What do you think that is? We would love to be your lender. I'm not feeding you for free. Yeah, you do not have to use us. You can use Delta Credit Union, you can use Truist, you can use whoever you wanted, but we prefer that you give us a shot at it, okay? And that's why they've invested the time and the money to make sure we got the center for the education, we got the down payment assistance programs, and we make sure that we do affordable lending. So what we're gonna talk about real quick today, you guys have the home stretch flyer? Okay. We're going to talk about the process of the home stretch, okay? This started out as a Monopoly game, but because of copyright infringement, we could not call it Monopoly, so we had to do the home stretch. But you guys are right here, okay? Go figure, always. You guys are right here, all right? So what we're going to do, depending on how long it takes you to get there, you're gonna do this whole circle until you get to the finish line, right? But guess what? We're gonna be with you through every single step. We wanna make sure that you guys understand the process. Pre-approval, working with a trusted loan originator, that would be me or my team. There is 5 of us, including Ms. Akeisha is now 6. Silverton has me, the loan officers in the center, and then we have our underwriter, our processor, closer. So everybody on your team is centrally located. They're either here in this center or they're in our headquarters, which is in Midtown and Colony Square, okay? And what we do, you see how everything is virtual nowadays? We're on team chats all day long, talking about you guys. Talking about how do we make your loans work? What products do you need? If a loan gets hung up, we all jump on that Teams call and we work through that loan. So the pre-approval process, what happens here? You guys are gonna get a link. If you want, you don't have to, but if you would like, we would like for you to take the link, do the application, so we can see where you are, okay? One thing you gotta know, in order to know where you're going, you gotta know where you are. I need to know if you need to go this way to work with our counselor, or if you're ready to go this way and get your pre-approval for your mortgage. But it's totally up to you when you're ready to do that, okay? Now what that process looks like, if you guys did the link, takes about maybe 30 minutes, if that, 40, when you're uploading docs, to just do the application, upload your docs. What happens is, bro, take that back up. Don't upload docs yet, okay? Don't upload no docs, just do the link, and when you do that application, then we're gonna tell you, I need you to upload these docs, or I need you to go with Akeisha, schedule an appointment, okay? So that's what I backtrack on that. That pre-approval process is going to say you qualify for $300,000, and guess what? We're going to give you $50,000 in down payment assistance. Okay? Anybody know how we do that? Okay. Upgrades? No, we're talking about buildings. Wow. And those upgrades those builders give you, are they free upgrades?
No.
Oh, my class is smart. Where are they at? in the sales price of that home. So that appliance that they want to give you, those $30,000 incentives that they're going to give you, that's already rolled in the price of the home. Even if you walk in there with a real estate agent, or you don't walk in there with a real estate agent, it's rolled in the price of that home. Okay? So no, we don't do that. What we actually do is trying to see if we can qualify you for the most down payment assistance as possible. You may have $20,000 in your bank account. Okay? Depending on the program that we're getting qualified for, I want to say leave your money there. Let me see if I can get you $20,000 or $30,000 down payment assistance money if you qualify.
Where does that pool of money come from? Can you just?
Good question. That was going to be in my slide, but I'll go ahead and.
I'll defer.
You're
I'll
fine.
defer.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
That is a good question. Where does DP come from? DPA, down payment assistance, state money, county money, employer money, or nonprofit money? Okay? So the lender. We give you guys money as well, right?
Follow up, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Does that money have to be paid back?
Good question. That's pretty smart. All right, depends on the program that you go with. Some grant money, you have to pay it back. Some grant money, you don't. And I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of both, okay? 9 times out of 10, let's say you don't have to pay it back. Unless it's federal bank money. If it's the federal money, federal home loan bank, you heard her say that. If you get qualified for federal home loan bank money, that money is going to have a lien on your property for 3 years. Why do they put the lien on the property? Because they want you to stay in it for at least 3 years if they give you the down payment assistance. They don't want you flipping that property to rental. And a lot of people used to do that. They used to buy their house, use all the DPA money, then they go flip it to an investment property. Back in the day, people did a lot of that. So they said, hold on, wait a minute. We need to do something about that. So that's why some programs will say 3 years, 5 years. Georgia Dream, the state program, guess how long that's on your house? I see your eyes, you know about that. 10. Huh? 10. Anybody else?
17.
For the life of the loan. Georgia Dream is on the house for the life of the loan. Every state is different, depending on who the government is, who the politics are, why the thought process is behind it. Georgia's thought process is, if we give you $10,000 or $15,000 in down payment assistance, by the time that home appreciates, and if you bought a house here, you got some equity in that house, right? Now they want you, if you sell that house, give me that $10,000 back so I can give it to that new home buyer. Or when you sell your home, now you got $50,000 equity, give me my 10 back so I can help that new home buyer. They have to keep replenishing that money. They have to keep recycling the money. So that's what Georgia Dream is now, the life of the loan.
But you guys would still have the equity in your
Right.
home. And so even if you do down payment assistance and you sell in, 5
Yeah.
years, 7 years, you still have equity.
You still have equity. And that's one thing, there's pros and cons to everything. One thing about Georgia Dream, you're going to get the best interest rate. 5.875 is the interest rate today. If you're a vet, 4.875. Okay, so you're going to have a better dream with just that state program, but that's their thought process behind it. You're making equity. And now a lot of people will say, but you're taking away their equity. You're taking away $10,000 of their equity. Well, they got $40,000, $50,000 equity left, and they wouldn't have the house if they didn't get the down payment assistance. So we got to change the thought process behind it. That's that I want something, I don't say I want something for nothing, but I want it, but I don't want to give it back. You got to, if you do Georgia Dream. Okay? Now, how we get you to $50,000? Well, that's always our target number. How much can I stack? Not necessarily going to be 50, because it may not be in the county that you're buying in. Each county has different programs that they can use. But what we try and do, we'll take a state program. Let's say if I can get 10 from Georgia Dream. Then I'm going to take a federal home loan bank program. If I can get 15 from them, I'm going to stack that 15 on top of that 10. Make sense? Okay. Then if I can get more money, let's say I can get another 5. But I'm going to stack it on top. So now I got 10, 15, and 5. That's how we stack that DPA, down payment assistance, to close the affordability gap. Okay. Now, some people push against that. those people that are, used to putting 20% down, do we have to put 20% down? No. But there's a lot of people that will push back on DPA. Reason is, they want us to put the 20% down. If you got skin in the game, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna walk away from that house, you're not gonna foreclose on that house. So what's the rule they put in place to prevent that? Higher credit score. Which is why we're here. To get you to that credit score. Anybody know what that magic number is?
640.
Good, you guys are in the ballpark. We were likely to get to a 640 so I can stack as much DPA as possible. That is not hard. But I can do a loan for you as long as I get you to 600. I may only get you 10,000 or 20,000 versus being able to get you 40, 50,000. You know, understand? Just like anything. The better the credit score is, the better the interest rate's gonna be, the better the monthly payment's gonna be, the more house you probably can qualify for. That make sense? Okay. Now, how long do you think it takes to jump a credit score? That's when people get discouraged.
2 months. 6 months. 3 to 6 months.
One thing I can say, life be life. I done been through a divorce. I done been laid off in the recession in 2008? I've been mortgaged 30 years.
It was definitely tough.
I was jumping from bank to bank to bank to bank. And every time I landed at a bank, they closed down. I go to another bank, they close down. I was like, oh my God. They go to another, they close down. And I'm a commission loan officer. I was going through divorce and layoffs. I went back to school, said, okay, I'm gonna get my master's, I'm gonna get my MBA, I'm gonna reinvent myself, and guess where I ended up?
Back to
Don't.
I ended up in debt, first of all. Student loan debt. Anything that's on your credit, been there, done that. You cannot, trust me, you cannot top me. That's why every time somebody, I got this, they did that. Student loan debt, had that. But guess what? They got forgiven. Every dime of it got forgiven. I'll tell you how when you come to the student loan class. Anybody here?
That's what I mean, that's what
Let's not put it there. Let's not put it there. Anybody here got student loan debt?
A lot, yeah.
Okay. My student loan debt, MBAs are expensive, but it paid off, but I'm 6 figures. Student loan debt. That's a house. Well, not really nowadays, but it was a house. But because I stayed in public service, are you guys in public service? That work for the city?
Yeah.
You work for the city? Yes. You're in public service. You work for the city. So as long as I stayed in public service, not only did they keep my payments really, really low, so I could afford it, because I'm giving back by working for the city and in public service, but then when I was on that public service forgiving plan, they erased every last bit of that. I will tell you how to do that in the next class. Okay? I carry that paid in full, especially when administration changed.
Right.
I carry that paid in full around like my social security card. No take back. No take back. I don't care what law. If you guys roll out, no take back from the student loan debt. So that actually helped me get in position to buy a home. Okay, that's why they did that. Most of you people that were educated, were strapped with student loan debt, they couldn't get into homes because of student loan debt. So they worked through the forgiveness program to help them alleviate the student loan debt. We ramped up down payment assistance programs. So now we get rid of student loan debt, we give them down payment assistance. Now we got home buyers. Now we just need inventory. Okay? And that's what you guys are going to help us with that too, right? They're going to help us split houses. So any questions, let's start a pop quiz. What credit score am I trying to get you to so I can maximize your DPA?
640.
Good. So think of where you are now. I don't care. Think of where you are right now. And why do I not care?
Because you've been there.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Okay? Self-employed people, well, none of you guys are self-employed city, but all of you guys who have a job and have Schedule C, I see a lot of that here in Atlanta. And a lot of y'all got jobs, y'all don't even know y'all own companies. Bless them CPAs. You know, yeah, you own a cleaning service. You're like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. in your tax returns, you got a Schedule C that says you own a cleaning service. Well, Ms. Akeisha and I are gonna help you guys with all that. That's the part if you come to the income class. We're gonna show you, this is what your income needs to look like to help you get into this $300,000 home.
What's your class schedule?
I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'm sending it to you guys. This, because we want you to get prepared. One of the things that frustrated me, you can't play the game if you don't know the rules.
Yes, yes.
So our whole purpose is to teach you the rules, to teach you the guidelines, get you prepared, so when you do the application, you are not denied. Okay? One of the things we see a lot of in this pre-approval process, is the student loan debt and the income. So those are going to be the first classes that we launch at the beginning of the year. Okay? Tax return is coming up, so we're trying to catch all of our people that got Schedule C's. We're trying to catch all those income people and say, come to the income class, because that Schedule C, I did a class last year, how your CPA can get your loan denied. Because what they're trying to do, maximize refunds. That didn't work when you're trying to get a house. So you may have $80,000 income on your W-2, but then you got this Schedule C to help you get more of a refund. That $10,000 refund ain't worth it. I'm telling you that. But to help you get more refund back, you got a Schedule C that says, I'm a seamstress. I'm a hairstylist. I got a cleaning service. You know, all kind of stuff that I don't make them up for what, I don't know. But then you have a net income, because you made, let's say, $40,000 from your Schedule C income. But then you wrote off $40,000, so you got a loss. How much income do you have now? I got to deduct that $40,000 from your $80,000 W-2. Because you're telling me it costs you money to run your business. Works for the IRS, but it does not work when you get a mortgage. So when you come to the income class, before you start doing those tax returns, and I know the first of the year we want those refunds, but if you're thinking about buying a house this year, don't do that. Let your loan officer and your counselor, we will say, this is the income that you need to make sure you're making so we can get you qualified for your house. That way you're not frustrated. Most loan officers who are commission loan officers, they're going to deny you and keep on moving to the next. They're not going to take the time to say, this is what you need to do. I need you to go back and fix this, and you got a 2-year plan to do this. Okay? So that is my spiel about the pre-approval process. I'm not going to go through the whole grid, because each day, each time you come to class, we'll hit a different section. Okay? But Ms. Akeisha, who is our housing counselor, she's going to talk to you about what happens. Let's say you get a pre-approval and you go with Wayne, your loan officer, you're good to go. But if you're not, because we've been there, done that, life be life, you get to work for her. And me.
I do have a question. So I'm in IT. One of your bullets, you said, do not change a job and don't change banks. So in IT, we change jobs every 3 or 4 years. That's just the nature of the industry. And banks, we never knew that changing a bank you can get dinged for that. So that's the case.
So we don't ding you for a bank, and even job. You can change your job, because what we're looking for is 2-year consistent work history.
Okay, 2 years.
Yeah, so now, if you change the job and for some reason your income's lower, then like I said, you got declining income. That's going to be an issue. I'm going to show you what you need to do to get out of that declining income. But 2 years consistent work history is what we're looking for. And then as far as bank accounts, I think when they're saying don't change your bank account, they got to trace that money. Wherever that down payment money is coming from, or wherever the reserves are coming from, if they're needed, you get reserves, or your mortgage payment is $2,000 in 2 months reserve, they're looking for $4,000. They don't want to be jumping 5 or 6 bank accounts. Okay? We have a class on assets, and the asset talks about bank statements. Buy now, pay later, Affirm, TikTok shops, PayPal. You know what I'm talking about? We all shop there now because after COVID, everybody's online doing everything. But Klarna, all of those rolled out, buy now, pay, those right there, bank accounts, killing our bank accounts. Because you guys are like, it's not on my credit report, but I'm seeing $100, $200, $30, $40 monthly payments on your bank statements. So I'm having to add all that up and saying, okay, you only got $300 a month in debt shown on your credit report, but you got another $200 in a firm, Klarna, whatever they're all called now. And then some people have multiple ones. So we'll teach you how to do that. I need a house account. I need this bank account just for your house. Your savings, your money you're putting in there for your earnest money, for your inspections, for your appraisal. I need this account just for your house, okay? Those other little play accounts that you had, I don't want to see those. Make sense? So we clean all that up before you get to the application process. That was a long explanation, but I hope it made sense.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay. Any other questions? If I give you a pop quiz, you will get pop quiz. Okay. I'm joking.
So I just want to say that if you do have to pivot to us or pivot to me for the housing counseling, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because we want to make sure that you are successful in your goal. So that's the whole reason that we have this portion for the home buying journey. So everybody's strategy is going to be different. Everybody's success plan is going to be different. So when you're working with us, when you're working with me on the housing counseling part, it's really just a custom strategy on how you're going to achieve your goal. Terry and the lenders, they're going to be looking at the numbers and making sure you're ready for that. Housing counseling, when we're doing it, it's going to help you kind of look at your lifestyle as well. So like those things that she mentioned, like the cost of getting into the home and the cost of staying into the home, we're going to look at that. And we're going to talk about what's important, like what's your motivation? Why do you even want to become a home buyer? What do you want to do with this home? What style of home works for your lifestyle? Does a town home work better? Does a single family home work better? We're going to explore all of those things. Do you need to be close to a place of worship? Do you need to be close to where you work? Like what are those things, the whole lifestyle? Because when you buy in a home, you really are investing in a lifestyle. And so that's what we do with the housing counseling portion. We kind of just give you a custom strategy so that you can truly have success in a way that works for you, that works for your household, and works for your budget. So that you get into that home, not only are you home buyer ready, you're going to keep that home. And it's not going to be a stress. You know, we're going to work on those things of like, how can you save up to have, because tell somebody you need 6 months, like a 6 months budget, that's a lot because a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, but there's some things that we can do. There's some things that we can do, and we can start with with a 30-day, 1 month, and build from there. And you actually know, most people that think they don't know about the home buying process, you know more than you know. You just need somebody to kind of help you put it all together. You know, home buying is not like it was for even our parents. You know, the home buying is very different, but it doesn't have to be a stressful process. You know, when you have the right support, and so that's what when you look for a loan with Silverton Mortgage, or you get involved with our housing counseling. That's what it is. It's just support. We're just here to help you. We want you to be successful. Yes, this is about business, but it's heartening until we want to see you be successful. We're passionate about you being able to get all of that money for down payment, because that is like one of the number one things that impedes people from getting into a home is the down payment. You know, a lot of people can't go to a grandparent or an uncle or aunt or whatever, like, hey, can you pull some equity out of your home to help me get into a home? So we help you with those things. We help you think about things you may not have thought about. So that's what the housing counseling is. And no question, it's too big or small. It's a judgment-free zone. But once we get started, I'm going to stick with you. That you tell me what your motivation is, when you tell me why you want to do it, I'm going to bring those things back up to you so we stay on track and get you across the finish line successfully. That's what we do. And I hope to get a chance to get to know you just better. If you have any questions or whatever, I'm always open and happy to answer them because our whole team is passionate about this.
We want you to get in the house, but we want you to stay in the home.
Yep.
Stay in it. That's how I'm measured.
I don't wanna see you in foreclosure, so we gotta start here. Okay?
All right, let's give it up for Terry. Thank you so much. We always appreciate you guys being so welcoming and generous, so thank you so much. And if you guys are not quite ready yet to buy a home, I have Autumn here to talk about wagon work. So this is a historic property right down the street. I think it's like 0.2 miles away. You can probably walk there. So if you're not quite ready to get into a home, this is a really beautiful apartment complex, and they're doing a lot for our employees and staff. So I'm going to let Autumn come up and talk about that.
So, my name is Autumn King, and I am with Hallmark Management. Very excited to have a new development here in the city of East Point. It is actually a part of the lot that we are currently at. We purchased Wagon Works. We purchased Wagon Works from K-Ross in 2019. The building, along with Buggy Works, originally built in 1885. We applied for a historic redevelopment tax credit program under LIHTC, received our approval, and that project is in the final stages of development and should be coming online this month. So we are actively pre-leasing. We have 89 gorgeous, restored, ready to move into apartment homes. With very unique features similar to the space that we're in right now. And it is truly a project that is intended to create community with very well thought out design gathering spaces throughout the building, as well as some really amazing amenities. I know K-Ross, the owner of Jefferson Station, along with Buggy Works, has additional development plans for this area. So we are excited to be a part of this project at what they're dubbing the East Point Exchange. And along with many people, I mean, homeownership is a dream. I myself personally, I am in my 40s and still reaching for that goal. So this was very informative. And I would love to touch base with you all. I've traveled and I feel like Georgia's home. I've been here for about 5 years now. So I think I know where I want to be, but it is hard. It is very hard to go from renting to saving to home ownership in this economy, even with stable employment and income and employers like City of East Point. So we really want to extend what we have as a housing option to the city and city employees. And a good majority of our very first applicants and leaseholders are city employees. So we are very excited to continue to build that community right here in the heart of East Point. I have flyers and information. I also brought application packets, our phone number, website. So if you are currently looking for something, an affordable housing option, which is what we offer, an affordable option, while you are working towards that dream of home ownership, I would love to speak with you and connect.
I do have a question. So these are apartments for rent or are
Yes.
they, okay. What do they start at, and do they start with studios and 1 bedrooms, or just kind of bring them to kind of?
Yes, sir. So we have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom floor plans. Starting rents for a 1 bedroom layout is just $8.99 right now. So under the program that we built and redeveloped this property, it is under Section 42, LIHTC. So our rents are capped. We do have to stay within an income limit.
Okay.
So it is specific to those that, yes, you do have to meet a minimum, but you cannot make more than a certain amount to qualify. And that is, I feel like, with what I've currently kind of been seeing, the income, most are going to qualify. We have income limits at the 50, 60, and even 70%. And after that first year, your income can go up to 140% of the area median income range to qualify. So
to expand on that a little bit more, so you can qualify, that doesn't mean that you guys have to stay in your current job if you're working right now and you're within those income limits. And and then you get a promotion, your salary can still increase up to 140%. And so that's why I said this is an opportunity for you guys to potentially get into an apartment complex and be able to stack your money quite a bit. You can walk to work, we're trying to change the culture here in East Point. And I think that we're doing that. And so we're working with the police department, and Public Works to make sure that the part of the property that the city does own, that it's beautiful and that it's safe and it's well lit. And so the city is very intimately involved with this project. And so we have a vested interest and we want it to be successful.
Thank you, Alyssa. Yes, no, I mean, it's really been enjoyable. I've been doing this for 20 years and I oversee approximately 14 properties, just multifamily properties within my portfolio. And I think this is the first time that a city has so warmly welcomed and embraced and has been involved in our process. But this is it's a very unique project, and it is very community driven. We do also have commercial space, that is a clean slate right now. So, I mean, my contact number is on the information. If anyone in this room has any idea for the commercial space that we do have available, some ideas that we have floated, co-op farmers market, a gym, event space. So I mean, we really want this to be very successful. And yes, working with the city, the intention behind Buddy Works and even Jefferson Station, I believe, is going into redevelopment as well. So very exciting things happening right here in Hart. And again, we offer 12-month lease terms. So if home ownership is what you are working towards, and you just need to take those next steps and want a beautiful, safe, inviting home in the interim, please reach out to me. I would love to speak with you and help you along your journey. Any other questions about the project? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. And so we try to do these types of workshops quarterly. So as we're planning for 2026, what I'll probably do is get with Terry. I know you guys were interested in some of those, classes that she was talking about. And so we'll put it out to staff and let you guys take a vote and see what you're interested in so we can continue to make sure that we're meeting your needs. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to connect with Autumn and the Silverton team back here. But I appreciate it. Feel free to grab some food, take some stuff to go home on your way out. Thank you guys.
Thank you.